we go. There we
Thank you
go.
for your patience with me.
Oh my gosh, you are welcome. I literally jumped out of my bed this morning. I took like a 3-minute shower. I was like, oh, we got 5 minutes. And it was crazy. It
Well,
was
thank
crazy.
you so much for dealing with my Instagram impairment, and thank you for having me on. As you
Oh
see,
my
it's
God.
a snowy
Oh
day in
my
Kansas
God.
City. I wanted to make sure and have the window open for anyone who's in a more tropical location like yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
a hard time with that. I can't fathom. Anyway, if you guys are joining or you're watching the replay, this is Susan
Bosch.
Wos,
Close. Bosch.
right?
Yes.
Bosch with Salon Spa Connection and Enlightened Hire. So I am going to let her kind of tell us about both of those because if you're a stylist or a salon or spa owner, you're going to want to hear about what she has to say. So, Susan, who are you? What do you do? How did you get into this?
Okay.
Tell us about
Thank you
you.
again for having me on. So I live here in Kansas City, and
Yeah.
I started this crazy idea about connecting people on a personal level, stylists, salon owners, a couple years ago, based on my life experiences and my experiences in the industry. I owned a salon for a couple years. I've booth rented, I've been in commission, I've lived overseas, I've done a variety of different things. And I've always felt like, our industry is a little bit polarized by product companies, and that's really where we get a lot of our resources. And usually our resources are available if you want to spend a lot more money. And so I wanted to provide something that I was only paid based on if I was successful. So that was about 3 years ago, and that is my current business, Salon Spa Connection. And currently we're only in Kansas City. However,
Cool.
We are developing a national software program that's going to be launching in April that is going to take what I do on a personalized level and offer it to the entire United States. I get requests daily. Matter of fact, I got one this morning, like, when are you coming to our area? When are you coming to? And it's just really hard. Like, I can't be in more places than, about 10 different places at a time. So this allows my personalized service to get, more of a national exposure and really help people everywhere, because honestly, I feel like they need it. They really need it. Our owners need that representation,
Yeah.
that stylists need to understand what it is that, they're looking for. What does that mean? Okay, I'm looking for education. What does that mean? How often do you want it?
Yeah.
We just kind of nail down everything that's important, not only to the salon, spa, and barbershop owner, but to the stylist in general.
That is so cool. I love that. Okay, so tell us, what's the process that a stylist or a salon owner has to go through to get connected to each other?
I've got this great website, and stylists can go on and they can look right now. We do offer personalized service, and so I get, I don't know, at least 10 personal requests a week, not only from salon owners, but from stylists as well. And so that is actually what the software program is going to be. So you can reach out to us on our social media. We have tons and tons of opportunities on our website. We have shut down the personalized service for any new owners. And so until the software is ready, we're going to kind of limit that just because I don't have, 8 hours a day to go back and forth with everybody. But website, social media. Most people have my email address. Would love to talk to anybody who's interested. And we have currently about 400 different opportunities on our website, just in Kansas City.
Oh
Yes.
my Lord, 400?
I know, right? We deal
Holy
with
cow!
hairstylists and barbers, estheticians, massage therapists, pretty much anybody who's licensed through the state board and that would work together at some point. That's who we help.
That is so cool. And of course, once you go nationwide with Enlightened Hire, these are for licensed professionals. But a question just came to me of what about a stylist or an owner who's like transferring from one state to another? How does
Yep. It
Is it the
is.
same?
And
It's
so
the
what
same
the
process,
software
right?
does is it
Okay.
basically is a
Okay.
compatibility tool. And so what it does is it evaluates on both sides.
Okay.
So it takes what the owners are offering and it takes what the stylists are wanting. And it basically just tells you, you know, how compatible is the situation? Is it even worth looking into? And if you do move forward, here's where you align and here's where you don't. So it's just creating some awareness on both sides. And yes, it translates to any state, anywhere.
That's so cool. I am so excited to myself kind of like get in there and like start playing around. Is there a membership for
No,
this
it
or
can't
is
be
this
free because
free?
I have to pay my bills. I'm a single mom, you know.
You're
No,
like,
we do have a couple
no.
different options. There's a really affordable subscription option, starting at $10 a month, going all the way up to $250,
Okay.
depending on how many locations you have, how many times you want to be screened. For stylists, it's free.
Okay.
For the licensed professional, it's free. For schools, it's
Okay.
free. Owners do have to pay to use it because it's
Okay.
basically like their HR.
Of course.
But yeah, no, for the licensed
Yeah.
professional schools, students, they can use it for free. Owners pay anywhere from $10 a month up to $250, depending on what their hiring needs are, or they can purchase bundles, which is individualized, basically purchasing credits. And so, you know, not everybody likes a subscription model,
Okay.
even though we've designed it around literally any salon, spa, or barbershop out there. But yes, it is very affordable, super effective, and I'm real happy because there's nothing like it, at least for now.
So it's so exciting. I am so excited. So when does Enlighten Hire go
We are planning
nationwide for
April.
everyone? April, mark your calendars. If you are watching, if you guys have any questions, do it like ask them in the comment box and we're going to answer them live. But Susan, what, like, was this a dream that you had, or like how did this come about? Like how did you start doing this?
No, it wasn't a dream. I had no. Well, gosh, yeah. 3 years ago, if you would have told me that I would have designed a software program, I would have laughed you out of the room. No, it wasn't. You know, it was just kind of this ongoing, as I moved through Salon Spa Connection, finding a way to manage all the requests for help that I got. That was my biggest struggle. And so that was why I designed this software program. But no, I would say my original goal was just to help people. And it's still, obviously, that's still my goal, you know, because you know, dealing with people on a personalized level, it's very, very hard to track and monetize that. Very hard. And so, but it's rewarding. I tell you what, there's nothing better than helping people and seeing people around the city happy because I connected them with something. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and like you are all lit up, and it just shows like when you do what you love, even if you like fall into it, it's profitable as long as you like sit down and you're like, okay, how can we monetize this? How can we make money off of doing something that is easy for me but helps other people too? So
and I think it's
that is
intent,
so
right?
beautiful.
And so I had
Oh
the
my
intent
gosh.
to help and provide quality and
Yes.
really do something for people that nobody else could do. And I think when you have that intent, anything's possible.
Absolutely. Okay, so let me see what other questions I have for you because I'm really excited for this launch. So in April, I'm going to be stalking you. What's the best way? I know you mentioned that people can email you and they can DM you here on Instagram, but should they go to Elevated Hire Instagram and start following them? Should they go to Salon Spa Connection? Like where should they go to get a head start on the launch and getting connected?
Right. So Salon Spa
nationwide?
Connection will remain in Kansas City for the time being. However, if you are a licensed professional, that's probably the best place to follow. Enlighten Hire is going to be more geared towards owners. And so our Instagram for Enlighten Hire is a great place for owners. We only have one post out right now, but we're going to start posting a little bit later next month. When we're a little closer to launch. And so, yeah, just DM us on the social media. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I have a wonderful social media intern who's helping me, and she passes along any messages that I need to see. Yeah, I would say that's the best way. You can, if you're looking for a job in Kansas City, website first, I would say, because that's going to give you the biggest variety of choices and kind of get you understanding of what we have currently. However, one of my favorite things to do is to reach out to salon owners and say, we have someone looking for someone like you. You want to give me a call? Thank you.
That's so awesome. I love that. That sounds like so much fun, like just to do. I know it can be exhausting because you deal with people all day, but that's something really fun. So any final things you want to talk about before I jump over to your channel and you ask me a bunch of questions? Anything at all?
Honestly, I think probably just the perseverance aspect. I think that we really miss out on that. You know, you being a life coach, you know all about it. Success and pride in your work doesn't come overnight. It comes with making tons of mistakes. It comes with continuing on your path. It's showing up, being consistent, trying, and providing value for people. You know, I think that we're in such an instant culture, right? Instant gratification. And that is just so unfortunate. And I've been successful because I have persevered and because I've taken, you know, advice and I've listened to people. And so I would say, you know, for our viewers that are in a hard place, just keep on going. I know that sounds silly, but, you know, find what you love and go from there.
Yeah, that is not silly at all, especially with a lot of the newbies coming out of cosmetology school. Like, you gotta persevere. You have to earn your dues. Okay, you gotta start from the bottom and get to the top. If you are consistent, you will get there. But that was awesome.
And thank you so much for having me on, Krystine. I appreciate it, and I cannot wait for you to see Enlighten Hire, and I cannot wait to get to know you more. You've been so wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So if you guys are watching live, come on over. We're going to head over to Susan's channel right now, Salon and Spa Connection. And you're going to find out all about me and what I do. If you're watching the replay, go follow Enlightened Hire. I keep doing that, and Salon Spa Connection. So I will see all of you soon. Bye.